All right, I'll kick in the door. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
2. You send the door flying open, surprising creatures in the next chamber. Unfortunately, you had forgotten to search for traps. As you stand there looking triumphant and bold, there's the sound of a latch being released and a powerful spring as blades come slashing down towards you. Save against wands.
Oh, hell. I got a 2.
How many hit points have you got left?
12.
There's a sudden painful jerk as you are lifted partway off the ground by a slinging blade that swings above from the ceiling. You cough and splutter your last, and everything fades to black. No, I'm sorry, Timmy. You were in the back of the marching order. You are not close enough to attempt to take the hit for him.
It's okay, Timmy. Gorthak, the fighter, was on his last legs anyway. This is one hell of a dungeon, Doc. We're dropping like flies.
I honestly don't understand. You guys are having the worst luck tonight.
This is a thinking man's game, and I think we're all a bit distracted today.
Yes, I understand. Perhaps I should be taking it easy on you, eh? Don't you dare. This game is only fun when it's hard. Come join me on the character creation couch, Toby. We can collaborate with Yaren. Well, it looks like we're down to Ashley, Bob, Walter, Warren, and Timmy to sort this one out. And I'm afraid that the delay of you all staring in shock at Gorthak has cost you the element of surprise. Timmy, roll for initiative. Use the square one and roll high. I'm afraid that you, on the other hand, have a moment's delay before you can reach for your swords. And the creatures in the next room, hunched, malformed humanoids with blue skin and tentacles coming off of their shoulders, surge forward at you before you are ready. Now, Bob, what's your armor class again?
Oh, that'd be a 3.
Another one bites the dust, eh?
Yep. Gorthak died as he lived, perpetually stunned and confused. Hopefully I'll roll higher intelligence this time. I'd kind of like to go back to playing a magic user.
No competition here. I've created a right idiot. Good in every other stat, though. I think I might make him a paladin. I can be lawful stupid for a mite. Sternbrow?
Don't mind if I do. Honestly, that was careless of me. I don't think my head's on the game.
Whose is?
Tell us about the new studio. We should be able to move in at the end of the week. Might even get a broadcast in this week yet. The equipment is going to be top-notch, and Warren is going to make sure that it is tamper-proof.
We never did catch that spy.
Honestly, I'm pretty sure it was one of us. In fact, I thought it was you for the longest time, Yaren.
Me?
Whoever it was wanted to hold us to a higher standard. Leaking what they did forced us to move forward with the Tulofala story, when I was honestly considering burying it. They forced me to act with integrity, which was your game in a whole bunch of ways.
No, it wasn't me.
Well, it sure as hell was nice to hear Terry beg to get us back in. Triple the budget and all. I definitely think we earned it. Well, looks like I'm playing another burly moron. At least I'll have an excuse when I'm distracted from the game. None of our heads are in it. I think we're all thinking about tomorrow's ritual. Might as well say it out loud.
I shouldn't judge other people's beliefs, but this is utter bullshit.
If you don't exercise a little judgment once in a while, then you're a sucker, even about other people's beliefs. Let's face it, there's a lot of flawed thinking in the barbarians' religion, and this is utter bullshit. How bad is he?
That death ray would have killed almost anyone else. As it was, he's lost the use of his left side. Arms, legs, lung. Most of his internal organs are paralyzed on that side, too. You know what he told me?
That it only takes one hand to crush a man's skull?
He said it was a small price to pay for freeing humanity from the authorities. That was even before he saw those last 2 heads.
A world without authorities. It's gonna be crazy.
You know, I'd assume that they would be like the Vikings. If a man loses his leg, teach him how to weave baskets.
No man is a waste so long as he serves his community.
Where's that from?
The Havamal, an ancient Viking holy book. But these barbarians, expecting a man to light his own funeral pyre.
Y'all don't look like you're having any fun at all.
We're all ruminating on Torg and his impending self-destruction.
Yeah, that is some heavy stuff.
What brings you over to the loser's circle?
Morlock shaman and a critical hit. I'm afraid Sexina, Layer of Men, has seduced her last dragon. Time for something new.
How about you roll up a magic-using interplanetary smuggler in silk robes and a skin-tight spacesuit?
Now that's a ridiculous idea even for Dungeons and Dragons. It's perfect.
So, are you going?
Yeah, I feel like I have to. Torg and I have linked our cha or something. He really wants me there.
I'm going. It's bullshit. But I want to show him some respect.
His last order as Horde Master was to stop hunting men for a couple of decades. He wants to give us a chance to prove that without the authorities manipulating us, we'll grow into a stronger culture.
We're probably doomed.
Toby damned. A man who stands up for truth and integrity has no business talking that kind of shit about people. You had to give up your pessimistic card, remember?
Yeah, you're right.
You hear something?
Oh my god, it's the Indigo Children. Bob, come quick.
Look at them all wandering around in the middle of the night. Where do you suppose they're going?
Let's follow him and find out. Hans, Walter, Warren, the Indigo Children are passing by. We're gonna follow them. This is Toby Damned. We're following the Indigo Children migration as it passes through the marshes of Aptos. The children seem healthy, clean, and in good spirits. At least in part, we hope due to the charitable donations that have made sure that food and water have been on their path and made available at their camps. They don't seem to mind our presence. In fact, they seem to be encouraging us to follow along with smiles and beckoning. We should soon be coming upon the site of the ritual pyre, where Torg Skullcrusher has been performing his final meditation before his funeral ceremony tomorrow. Sorry, I'm afraid I'm getting a little choked up. I'll take it, Toby. It pays to be a bit of a cold-hearted bastard. You haven't quite reached the level of a real-life Spider Jerusalem yet. My lovelies, the children are gathering around Torg, where he sits in a meditative pose on top of a great pile of logs, surrounded by gold and treasure. They appear to be singing to him.
Children, what are you doing here? This is no place for you. Ah, my friends. I take it you have followed these strange little ones here? This is meant to be a time of somber reflection. I should rather be alone.
Can't help you, Torg. These children are here on instinct, I'd guess, although they do seem to be moving with a purpose. We are just here to report on events.
A fine excuse, but I'm glad to see you all the same. Is Yaren here?
Yeah, I'm here. What can I do for you, Torg?
I have given you honors as I could, Yaren, but I have not once properly apologized for stabbing you. It was the act of an arrogant fool. I am sorry, and I was hoping for a chance to say so. I regret leading my people in this slaughter. I saw that the true enemy was not weak men, but men who make others weak. Would that I'd seen this before.
The children have gathered around Torg now. They've raised their arms, and they're conducting some sort of ceremony.
What is this feeling? What is going on? My arm. I can move it. Children, you should not do this. I can see
Dear
all
gods,
of
he's
time.
burning.
All of space. Why are you showing me all these things? Man from beginning to end. Truth and falsehood, reality and irreality. It's burning in my mind. I see now.
Torg, you're glowing. What's going on?
I have seen everything. I have seen the great mural. I have seen the tapestry of time in its entirety, and my place in it. I have fought. I have crushed. I have won. I've put an end to things. Now, someone must be responsible for a new beginning. These children can do much, but they need guidance.
Torg, you're glowing.
It's fitting, isn't it? Of all the foolish things, they've decided to make me a god.
A god, you?
Well, why not, my friend? Do not be envious, though. This comes with a heavy burden indeed. I have much to do to set things right. Hopefully, you will keep to your path and keep telling people what you see. I must go. I must speak to my people. They will not be happy, but they will be relieved.
I'm not sure exactly what we've witnessed here, my loves, but the indigo children all seem to have snapped out of their trance. They're walking home or going to play in the woods. I'm hoping that they'll all eventually find their way back to their parents now. This is Clee Maxwell, signing off. The Transreal News was created, directed, written, and performed by Brian C. Rideout, and produced by Stormhead Productions, and is released under a Creative Commons by Attribution, Non-Commercial 4.0 license. This episode of Transreal News included music and sound effects from Pixabay. The songs Heavy Combat, Rainy Night Hymn, and Torg's Hymn were created by Brian C. Rideout, with the help of the Suno AI. For show notes or contact information, visit trans-real.stormheadproductions.ca or visit me on Twitter @transrealpod. I love hearing from my audience. If you have comments, questions, or an idea for a news article, please by all means drop me a voicemail. Check out my homepage and look for the heading Tell Me What You Think in the sidebar. Then just hit record to tell me what's on your mind. Thank you so much for listening.